What is going on out there, peeps? Let's go over a couple of things because we're talking a little bit of everything here. We're going to talk a little bit of gold, a little bit of cryptocurrency news, as well as get ready for this quantum computing. That's right. So let's get into this just a little bit. A quick reminder, everybody. If you're thinking about buying precious metals, please give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration when you make your purchase. The link is in the description. If you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals for your first time, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and get a free half ounce of silver. Okie doke. We have Pimpy's Investment Chat, same name as the YouTube channel. Over here we talk about investment opportunities, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. No politics. Keep the politics for over here, which is the hidden things in front of your eyes. You can talk about politics here. Current events, QAnon, NESARA, GESARA, 9/11, false flag events, the whole 9 yards. Just be respectful of one another is all. For those of you who don't have Facebook but have Twitter and you want to come and join me, I have a Twitter account. The link is in the description. For those of you who have Facebook, you might want to join me over here on Twitter just because they're removing profiles again off of groups out of Facebook. So, if they take my groups down, I'll be posting over here if you're interested in the news, okay? So come on over here and join me here. It's just a suggestion, all right? So what's happening in the news? Well, you wake up in the morning, and of course, what do we see? First of all, gold is staying around that 1900 level, which is not surprising. Again, we know it's being manipulated. And silver has been bouncing around a $24 limit. Again, it's being supported. It's been supported higher, but we'll see. Cryptocurrencies on a run. Okay, so what changed between yesterday and today? So when I see stuff like this, I always get suspicious of it, but they're definitely on the move, so I can't knock it. For those you who are interested in jumping on now, why it's low, because these are low, right now before they dip back down, or before they go up and then dip down, buy them now while they're low so you can catch the ride on the way up, make a little money. For those of you interested in buying cryptocurrencies, I have a link in the description. Go and follow it. If you sign up with them for your first time, they will give you $10 free just for signing up. In addition to that, if you wait a little while, not long, once your account is established, you can go on there and earn free cryptos, about $100 worth, just for watching videos. So it's free money. I say jump on it. So here's an article or some news I've been watching closely. So Coinbase is having a problem with their freaking social justice warrior employees, all wanting the CEO and Coinbase to take a stance on Black Lives Matter. The CEO said, "I'm not getting taken. We're apolitical. We're about making profits. I'm not going to get involved in it. It's too politically driven." So the employees are saying they're going to walk out. They're going to have a strike. And so my feeling is this, and actually the way the CEO did respond is the proper way. If you haven't paid attention lately, go woke, get broke. The NBA's ratings are down 50%. The award shows, since Trump's been in office, are at record low. Every year they just get worse and worse, record lows. All these people are deciding to jump on this social justice, politically correct movement, which is a communist social movement anyways. Their companies are going broke. So I don't blame them. It's a company. You're not involved in politics. Stay out of politics. Do the right thing. Okay. Anyways, employees are insisting on this and saying like Indeed, Amazon, Google, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, Salesforce are the mega names. They released a statement in support of the Floyd protest for Black Lives Matter. Now, I've seen the entire video, and I'm not convinced. I'm saying I don't like what the cop did, but again, this guy had 5 times the lethal amount of fentanyl in his body. He was going to overdose. It didn't look good that the idiot had his freaking knee on there. But the thing is, it's that one cop's fault, not all cops' fault. All right? So when people insist that you say Black Lives Matter instead of all lives matter, that's a problem. And those people I probably wouldn't want in my company anyways. Our job is to make money. Our job is to service those clients that come onto Coinbase. Anyways, the CEO was trying to take a apolitical stand, saying, I'm not going to make a comment about Black Lives Matter. I'm not going to be involved in it. This is not about politics. It's about the company, which is the right move to go. But anyways, his subscribers So it says on here, look at a survey by the tech site. The information on Thursday found that 51% of the subscribers disagree with Armstrong's memo and said a company should engage in social activism. No, don't. Stay out of it. But 56% of the subscribers also don't believe employees should leave a company because they disagree with the CEO's politics. I don't agree with this. I don't think companies should be getting involved at all. I don't even like sports getting involved. Their job is to go out and play the game. Whether you say it's shut up and dribble, say it fine, shut up and dribble. This social justice, politically correct, woke generation has ruined everything. You can't watch movies now. It has crap in there about social justice. You can't listen to music. You can't watch award shows because it isn't just about, bringing awareness to certain things. No. There's a political message behind all of it. And everything is hate Trump. That's all it is. So, people, there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, I agree. Black Lives Matter. The message is important, but the movement is not. It's anti-American. You have to do your own research to understand that. So this stance by the employee or by the CEO was right. Now, there was another article that this came to a conclusion. So they were talking about striking. And we've seen this happen before. There's another company. This happens all the time where these people are threatening. Like look at Spotify. Pissed because they don't like Joe Rogan. They're all threatening to walk out, to go on strike. So what I would do for any of these companies that have employees making these types of threats, I would do the same thing as the CEO of Coinbase did. He simply packed up all their checks and said, fine, it's real simple. If you don't agree with our stance on politics, which is staying apolitical, come and collect your check and get the hell out of here. That's exactly what I would have done. When you're at work, you should be grateful you have a job, especially in these days. The fact that you want to turn your job into a political place, no. Unless your company specifically deals with politics and you write about it, no. But trying to force companies to do stuff they don't want to do is jeopardizing profits. It's jeopardizing the company's reputation because not everybody agrees with this movement. I don't agree with the movement at all. All right, so this is smart. The CEO, again, this is talking about Coinbase and why that's important, is Coinbase is a platform where a lot of people go to buy their cryptocurrencies. Unlike the other platforms, this is the one that seems to stay out of trouble. As we're seeing in other platforms that handle cryptocurrencies, people are getting busted for laundering, fraud, all kinds of illegal activities. Coinbase is the one that so far hasn't had those types of problems that I'm aware of. So they should stay out of politics. That's not what their company is there for. I know a lot of people won't agree with that message, but all it does is jeopardize your company. Okay? Switching over to gold real quick. And yeah, you did see it. The cryptocurrencies are on a run again. I told you guys the cryptocurrencies are very volatile. They go up and down like yo-yo. If you get if you're into them and you buy them, don't get emotional with them. Just like gold or silver goes up and down, cryptocurrencies do it with much bigger swings. So don't panic. I'm not a fan of cryptocurrencies, but I do think there's a window of opportunity in which we can make money. I think we're in that window now, so we'll watch what happens. Something's going on with banks all over the world. That's for dang sure. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. But this is interesting. Billions in bullion shifted ahead of the Dutch bank rebuild. So over there in the Netherlands, what's happening? This really was the gold standard of a road trip. The Netherlands Central Bank transported its Dutch-based stock of gold, 14,000 bars. I'll take it, man. And about 1,000 boxes of gold coins from its headquarters in Amsterdam. Excuse me, from its headquarters in Amsterdam to a safe in the nearby city of, I believe it's pronounced Haarlem, just like Harlem, in a meticulously and closely guarded operation that ended Saturday, the bank said in a statement. So along with the bullion, which was worth 10 billion euros, about 11.7 billion US dollars, the bank also shifted bills worth about 4.5 billion euros, which of course is 5.3 billion US dollars, in an operation that was led by the Royal Dutch Military Police. You bet your tuchus that the military is going to be there making sure this transportation is protected. The cash and gold traveled about 12.5 miles in trucks guarded by armed military police, police motorcycle outriders, and with the police helicopter hovering overhead. The operation started Saturday and ended started Friday and ended Saturday afternoon. The military police said in a statement it had carefully planned, operated, went smoothly and safely. The move ahead of the renovation of the central bank's Amsterdam office and the permanent move of the gold and bank bills to a vault that has yet to be built in the central town of Zeist. So where the hell did they move it to if the vault wasn't already built? The Dutch central bank doesn't store all of its gold in the Netherlands. It also has a large reserve stored in the United States, Britain, and in Canada. Now, here's the funny thing. When it comes to a dog-eat-dog world, you can see there's a lot of banks that don't like what they're seeing. They usually store their gold with some trusted other trusted countries or other trusted banks. But in recent history, we've seen that if the country has a problem with you, they'll just keep your gold. So a lot of banks are making a move now to make sure that they've take position of their own physical gold, physical precious metals, especially gold. So that's been happening a whole lot. So again, that's a big sign to me that something definitely is going to be. I believe we're heading back to the gold standard. All the signs seem to be pointing in that way. It seems to me pretty crazy that all the banks all over the place, special central banks. You're seeing a lot of billionaires, a lot of hedge funds, a lot of pension funds, all moving into gold. We saw the BIS reclassify gold from a tier 3 to a tier 1 asset. So very, very interesting. What tier 1 means is there is no investment risk with gold. So again, catching my attention. This is why I'm glad. I think as me and my subscribers, for the most part, most of you are ahead of the curve. Most of you started buying precious metals quite some time ago. I think there's some big things getting ready to happen. Everything seems to be pointing in that direction. I apologize because somebody in Twitter brought these to my attention and I forgot to get the name of the person who did, but wanted to show me that branches are closing all over in the UK. TSB closure, a full list of bank branches shutting down in the UK. TSB will be left with just 290 branches, down from more than 600 when it split from Lloyd's. So more branches closing everywhere. What that means, I don't know. They're going to use the Rona as an excuse, but I think this is part of that bigger plan that's been going on for quite some time. Unions preparing for up to 1 in 10 bank branches to close as they enter talks with the big 4 lenders. Okay, you can see this. Unions are preparing for 1 in 10 branches to be closed. Sources said Lloyd's, HSBC, Barclays, and NatWest are discussing plans to shut down up to 400 of the remaining 3,923 branches after profits were crushed due to the Rona. My question is, why aren't they prepared? Why weren't they prepared for this? You should always be prepared for any types of emergencies. Okay, so I think there's something bigger happening, and they're just using the Rona as an excuse. That's why I talk about the Great Reset. You can see all these different things happening that seem different or separate from one another, but they're no, they're not. They're all part of a bigger picture, is what I think it is. I think they wanted us to go 100% cashless. So if you guys read the news, it says that the launch of the Great Reset is supposed to happen January 1, 2021. It's been delayed 6 months. I think they're wanting to see what's going to happen in the election. I think that's why there's talks about, the gold standard. And I think that's why you're seeing not all branches close, is because there might be a serious setback due to what's going to happen this election here in the United States. Coming over here to quantum technology. This is very interesting. Yep, quantum computing. Look at this. OnQ claims it has built the most powerful quantum computer yet. Again, so this computer is not talking about, this system's not talking about any limitations. It's just talking about the speed in which it can process information and data, which is really big. Trapped ion quantum computing startup OnQ today announced the launch of its latest quantum computer, which features what IonQ calls a 32 perfect qubits with low gate errors. Using IBM's preferred quantum benchmark, IonQ expects to hit a quantum volume of about 4 million. This ought to be interesting. This is really super fast. The reason why I bring this up, again, we've heard talks about the so-called quantum financial system. And all the stuff that I read about quantum technology was more focused in the healthcare and science areas. I have heard about a quantum financial system, but there was glitches in it, and that was like 7 years ago. There was something wrong with it. And as I told you guys, I have talking to one of my friends who would know the truth about the quantum. But I said, hey, can you tell me anything about it? Well, actually, he doesn't know a whole lot about it, to be quite honest with you. He said it does exist. So I hate saying like other people, my contact told me, but the truth is, he's not a contact. He's a friend of mine. He still works in politics, and he's very high up. And I said to him, hey, this rumor about a quantum financial system, have you heard anything about it? And surprisingly, he said, yes, I've heard about it. I go, is it real? He said, it's real. But he didn't have any details. And I hate talking about something that I can't prove. And I did put a video out there making a correction, saying there's some type of quantum financial system that's out there. This here's talking about the quantum computer, period. So this does everything. So this could be used as a way to do banking, because what it's talking about is the way and speed in which information is shared, which is huge, okay? Now, will this be the be-all, end-all of all of our problems with banking? It doesn't seem that way. They seem to be feeling very confident about just moving into blockchain technology, probably supported by XRP, because a lot of those people, the same corrupt people, are moving from the old SWIFT system into an upgraded SWIFT system, which is what XRP is. It's not anything special. It's not a special kind of cryptocurrency. It's just an upgraded version of the old SWIFT technology. You could see all the people getting behind it. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, you know what I mean? George Soros. I mean, I've expressed myself millions of times. I don't want to discourage people from investing into the cryptocurrencies. By all means, you could do that. I just don't like who's getting behind it. That's what I'm worried about. So there is a quantum computing startup. It's happening. It's being launched. A quantum computer. What does that mean for the quantum financial system? I have no idea. We're going to find out, though. But I just wanted to share with you. I told you I knew about quantum technology way back in the 90s. I heard about it. And so, and through the early 2000s, it was more geared towards the healthcare industry. But apparently is what I should say. It's spreading out to different areas. All right, you guys, that's it. I just wanted to share all these different things with you because each one of them affects what we're doing with our investments. Gold, cryptocurrencies, you know what I mean? The banks, something suspicious is going on. The whole NESARA, GESARA, the Great Reset, all that stuff. That's what all this news is. I just wanted to share it all with you at one time. All right, you guys, that's it for now. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.